Come with me on our journey to make a nearly 1,000-year-old apple pie. Our Sunday travels this week brought us to Aberdour Castle and Gardens. In the beautiful little village of Aberdour in Fife, the castle dates back to before the 1100s, when construction was started on the Hall House, with the castle expanded over the next 400 years, including towers, walled garden, and orchard. It is one of the two oldest datable standing castles in Scotland, along with Castle Sween in Argyll, which was built at around the same time. The ruins are absolutely stunning, especially on this bright and sunny autumn day. We explored the towers, old kitchens, latrines and hallways, climbing staircases that must have had thousands of footsteps over hundreds of years past. These presences can still be felt in the castle today. Indeed, visitors and staff have reported many strange events in the castle, attributing it to unseen spirits or forces. Security guards stated that they have arranged furniture around the edges of the rooms, only to come back the next day and find tables and chairs piled up in the middle of the room. They hear footsteps in the halls after they have checked every room and locked up, causing them to have to unlock and check again. But nobody is to be found. Many believe these are child ghosts, with laughter and playful footsteps often reported, and electrics flickering when the mains has been switched off. I must admit that if I were a ghost, I'd be reluctant to leave this beautiful place. The gardens are terraced and lead down to the Ducot, which was unfortunately closed to visitors today. The orchard is at the very bottom of the gardens, with old and gnarled trees growing wonderful cooking and eating apples, as they must have done here for hundreds of years, providing food for the kitchens to prepare for the lord and lady of the house and any of their important visitors. These visitors would also have their pick of grand rooms to stay in. The main hall where fine banquets would be held was filled with harpsichord music as we walked through, immersing us in the history of the building. And in one of the cosy bedrooms with views over the gardens, there were plenty of activities, such as shield making, colouring in, and dressing up. After we had played to our heart's content, we walked down the spiral staircases once more and out of the castle toward the courtyard gardens, a beautiful large space of grass with flowers and plants and even a greenhouse round it. This is the route to the old St. Fillan church and graveyard, probably one of the oldest working churches in Scotland, dating back to 1123. The worn and crumbling tombstones are such wonderful real relics of history, with names and dates going back hundreds of years. Even walking into the church, you can see how old the building is. I was in awe of the structure and the atmosphere. Walking in there is like stepping into a time capsule. The walls, the windows, and particularly the apse, felt unchanged for centuries. Indeed, as I walked into the apse itself, I felt a presence I couldn't quite describe. Whether supernatural or just the almost palpable spirits of so many people throughout history, it is hard to tell. But it had an aura that is unlike any other. On the way out at the gift shop, we had to stop to collect some of the apples that were on offer from the orchard. The harvest must have been so bountiful from the old trees that they had plenty to hand out. We took a few home and set about making the most delicious apple pie, a welcome treat after our big adventure in the 1,000-year-old castle.